beautiful downtown Wisconsin Rapids as this afternoon Zaleski Sports brings you high school softball between should be. Did you unmute it? There. Oh, let me check. Well, everything is wide open here, I think.
Say something.
Hello, check 1 2.
Oh, there we go.
Well, let's try this again. You were looking at Southwood County Park here in downtown Wisconsin Rapids as this afternoon Zaleski Sports brings you high school softball, a Marywood South affair featuring the Stratford Tigers and the Marathon Red Raiders. Stratford comes in undefeated 2-0, and Marathon comes in at 1-1. This is the Brickner Motors of Little Chicago pregame show.
Here at Brickner Motors, in Little Chicago, we will help you order your brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, or Jeep, and get it equipped the way you want it, in the color you've always dreamed of. Whether you choose from our in-stock selection or order factory fresh, quality vehicles at competitive prices are what keep people coming back again and again. Make the drive out to Brickner Motors on Little Chicago's northeast side and let our family take care of your family. You can count on us.
Sports, today's pregame show is brought to you by Brickner, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep. When you need a new vehicle, let their family take care of yours on Little Chicago's northeast side. Joe Anderson here to bring you play-by-play this afternoon, joined by the maestro of the modulator, Mr. Braden Sutter. We look first at the at the Stratford Tigers, head coached by Mandy Pankratz. Their last game was a 12-0 win versus Crandon on Thursday. They will tee it up again tomorrow. The same two teams you're going to watch today and at Stratford. Leading hitter for the Tigers, Laney Pankratz, hitting .591. Emma Roper with 13 RBI. And the pitching leader for Stratford is Laney Pankratz, who you'll see on the mound today for the Tigers with 3 wins. Marathon comes into this matchup at 1-1 and 3-2 overall. Paul Fredrickson, the head coach. Their last game was a 10-2 win versus Edgar last Thursday. They will, as I said before, will head to Stratford. Depends on the field, how everything works out. They'll be playing tomorrow. Brinley Stencil, the leading batter for Marathon. Brinley Stencil and Maven Schneider leading the team in RBIs. And Allison Pojaski on the hill today is the leading pitcher for Marathon. Pardon me, other games in the Marywood South. Newman is at Auburndale and Assumption is at Edgar. And we're going to get ready to start here as Carly Pankratz leads things off for Stratford. She first pitch, she pops it up in the infield. Maven Schneider, 1 pitch, 1 out. Go through the defense quickly for the Red Raiders. Danica Strauss, the catcher. Danica Pashik is the first baseman. Playing second is Caden Sapinski. And that second pitch, 2 pitches, 2 outs. Reagan Martin with the fly out, put out. 2 up, 2 down. That brings up Emma Roper. Ripley Shipchak is the third baseman. Maven Schneider at short. As I said, Reagan Martin in left. Miley Helke is in center field and is the flex. Brinley Stencil in right, and Peyton Brickner is the DP. And there's a base hit to left for Emma Roper. So we have a base runner with 2 outs here in the top of the first. TRW Auto Body in Mosinee offers top quality collision repair. They'll have your vehicle back the way it was quickly and efficiently, while also offering 24-hour towing and courtesy loaner vehicles, plus a lifetime warranty on their work. That's TRW Auto Body in Mosinee, your friendly fender bender mender. And we have a courtesy runner in for Stratford. That's going to be number 6, Reese Spindler. So Spindler, courtesy running for the catcher at first. Spindler with a good lead off. Pardon me. Allison Pajaski in the circle this afternoon for Marathon. Paul Fredrickson, head coach of the Red Raiders. The pitch, swing and a miss. Got to go by what the umpire indicates for balls and strikes. No one on the board this afternoon. This game was originally not going to happen, but they found out they had an open field down here, and so we moved it to Rapids. Swing and a miss, fouled off. One and two the count. The pitch in the dirt. Spindler will trot the second as the ball skips by Stoss behind the plate. Marathon's favorite place for holiday festive and local home decor is the Copper Mug. This local gym is filled with excellent gifts for friends and family and a great selection of woodwork, handmade items, and so much more. Find them on Facebook or stop by the Copper Mug in Marathon. Foul down the first baseline. Tria Tubbs, the first baseman, batting cleanup this afternoon for Stratford. Allison Pajaski, the pitcher for Marathon. The pitch, low for a ball. Danica Stouse pretty active behind the plate. Work fast. She gets the pitch gets the numbers from her coach, looks at the wristband, the windup, and the delivery. Off speed. Schneider got it in time. So 4 come to bat. They strand 1. We've got half an inning in. Scoreless here in Rapids between Marathon and Stratford. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports.
If you're looking for a local builder you can trust for your next home project, you found them in Underwood Construction. With decades of experience in building homes, replacing siding, decks, garages, and roofs, there is no home project they can't help with. Underwood Construction is a fully insured builder covering all of central Wisconsin. No matter your next project, if you need someone you can trust to do it right at a great price, call Underwood Construction at 715-573-5754.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports broadcast of high school softball here in Southwood County Park in Wisconsin Rapids. Not a Marywood South Conference matchup between Stratford and Marathon. Joe Anderson here, joined by Braden Sutter. Bottom of the first inning for Marathon. We'll do the Stratford defense here in a moment. This is Allison Pajaski leading off. Lainey Pankratz in the circle for Stratford. Emma Roper catching for the Tigers. Had the opportunity to, a year or two ago, to do a sectional final game for Stratford as they went to state. Played down in Blair Taylor. Mandy Pankratz does a great job coaching the Tigers. Maven Schneider on deck for Marathon. I'll finish the defense here after this pitch. The pitch from Pankratz, swing and a miss for a strike. Tria Tubbs is at first. Dakota Knetter, the second baseman. Maddie Craning at third. Hi to Mom, former student of mine. Gracie Schmidt is short. Gracie Krummel Crummel in left, Carly Pankratz in center, Michaela Stieber in right. Alyssa Bargender is the DP this afternoon for Stratford. Full count to leadoff hitter Allison Pajaski of Marathon. Fly ball right field. Stieber, it's going to be over her head, extra bases. She's digging for 3. Ball comes out of Knetter's hands. And they hit the brakes. And the defense all askew for Stratford. So a leadoff triple for Allison Pajaski of Stratford. We'll get our scoreboard up and running. The gremlins have crept into the machine again. Braden will have it fixed. I'm not worried. That pitch gets by Roper. And in to score the first run is Pajaski on the pass ball. 1-0 Marathon here in the bottom of the first. 1-0 count to Schneider. Had 2 strapping lads come up here. They wanted to keep warm and kept the scoreboard. It's not too bad out. I mean, it's chilly, but the wind is what kind of drives everything. If there wasn't really any wind, it would be somewhat comfortable, but that wind makes it a little bit rough. And the swing and a miss for strike 2. Maven Schneider, bases empty, 1 run in. And down on strikes goes Schneider. 1 down here in the bottom of the first. That brings up Danica Strauss, the catcher. Danica sports number 3 on her jersey. That pitch high and away for ball 1. Senior Lainey Pankratz, the pitcher. That one inside for a ball. 2-0. The pitch. Strike called. After a rough start, Lainey Pankratz has settled down on the circle. Ground ball foul. Just like these players bring their best to the field, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. From roofing projects to siding, windows, and doors, Ridgetop Exteriors has the winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com and score big with trusted, local, affordable service. Ball. Oh, boy. No, that's going to go foul. Well, we're back. I think we got the gremlins all shook out. Just like these players bring their best to the field, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. From roofing projects to siding, windows, and doors, Ridgetop Exteriors has the winning strategy to protect your home. I think I read that. Ground ball to Tubbs. She'll get the put out. But that's all right. Ridgetop Exteriors is a good company. Poshik grounds out the first. Strauss will advance to second. And this is Ripley Skripchek, third baseman. Runner at second. 1 in, 2 outs. The pitch popped up out of play. Got to finish up with Share Construction. They have an office in Wausau, and they offer commercial and custom home construction expertise throughout the state. For your next construction project, look no further than Share Construction. Check out their beautiful work at shareconstruction.com. 1-2 the count. Here in the bottom of the first. Runner at second, 1 in, 2 outs. Skripchek takes that pitch outside. Just going to say that Pankratz seemed to kind of get into a groove, and as we reset some stuff, Danica Strauss with a big rip to left. That's going to be popped up, playable. No, it hit the screen. Marathon Cheese is made up of a family of employees founded in the heart of Wisconsin's local dairyland. It is the people who work at Marathon Cheese who bring such passion and commitment to make Marathon Cheese so special. For your next career move, consider joining the Marathon Cheese family and apply at mcheese.com. Skripchuk has run the count full, 3-2. The pitch. Right up the middle, misplayed by Schmidt at short, over the first, not in time. Runners now at the corners with 2 outs. That brings up Reagan Martin. Reagan's going to bat from the left side. Pankratz, the pitch, inside for ball 1. For a custom-built home, you want to work with the best in Underwood Construction. Right here in Marathon City is the perfect place to turn. For your next home building experience, look to Underwood Construction. And that's a dead ball as Martin gets hit in the back. So base is loaded with 2 outs. It's always hardest to get that third out. If you ever listen to any of my broadcasts, I say that quite a bit. It brings up the number 7 hitter in Peyton Brickner, the DP. For all your personal, business, auto, and life insurance needs, there's always a local agent you can look to at Axis Insurance. Have a friend in your corner to customize the coverage you need. Learn more at AxisInsurance.net. Axis Insurance Agency, their business revolves around you. Roper's got to make sure she keeps the ball in front of her. Base is loaded with 2 outs. Runners will go on contact. Count is 1-0. Make that 1-1 now to Brickner. Allison Pajaski led the game off with a triple. Scored on a pass ball to make it 1-0. Fouled away. Back into the screen. 1-2 now the count. Infinity Exteriors, installing peace of mind, roofing, siding, and windows built to last, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. We guarantee quality you can trust. 1-2. Popped up against the screen. Special thank you to our marathon sponsors, Brickner Motors of Little Chicago, AH Machine, TRW Auto Body, Marathon City Sports Center, Marathon Flooring, Marathon Cheese, Copper Mug, Axis Insurance, Mark's Chiropractic, and Underwood Construction. 2-2 now the count. Pankratz, the pitch. Ground ball foul. Brickner making her work. It's about the fourth or fifth pitch. A lot of foul balls hit off the last couple of batters. The windup and the delivery. Low for a ball. Thought she had the strike, didn't get it. In all turf field, count is full. Runners will go on the pitch. Pankratz, the windup and the delivery. Ball 4. Brickner with an RBI walk. Brings in Staus from third. Base is still loaded. Skripchuk will go to to third. Martin to second. And now Brickner at first. And Brinley Stencil, the number 8 hitter in the lineup, takes strike 1. Fouled back. Strike 2. Emma Roper behind the plate for Stratford. She's had a busy half inning, retrieving an awful lot of foul balls. Senior Laney Pankratz in the circle for the Tigers. Swing and a miss. And that will end the inning. 2 come in for Marathon here in the bottom of the first. 2-0 in favor of Marathon. We'll be back after this. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports.
From carpeting options to vinyl plank, Marathon Flooring is a family-owned business focused on local service and values. They specialize in both home and commercial flooring, treating every project as its own unique style. Transform your home from the ground up with Marathon Flooring.
Come see handcrafted gifts at the Copper Mug in Marathon. Find seasonal themed decorations, clothing, and gift options in our new lower level boutique. When you shop the Copper Mug, your business supports local artists, crafters, and families in our community.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports broadcast of high school softball. Marathon City Sports Center. At Marathon City Sports Center, you'll always find great food, cold drinks, bowling leagues, and a great place for your next party or get-together. For the best in Marathon dinner or get-together, come to Marathon City Sports Center, South Highway 107 in Marathon. Top of the second inning, 2-0 in favor of the Red Raiders. And Stratford will bring up here Gracie Schmidt, Alyssa Bargender, and Dakota Knetter, the 5, 6, 7 hitters in the lineup. They take their defensive break. Pajaski, no walks, 1 hit so far. Schmidt in the batter's box. Takes ball 1. Umpires bundled up for the day. You can see the home plate umpire. He's got his hoodie on. That one fouled off. The lads asked me how to make the scoreboard work right, and I said if it's not from the 1980s, I don't know what I'm doing. The pitch fouled off. Yeah, Braden, when I started doing scoreboards, you had to have a pencil to move the time. And then when you had to put the fouls on, you had 2 roller dials like on the rotary phones. And you had to switch button. Oh, it was something else. Pitch outside. And pitch low for a ball. Full count, 3-2. Pajaski gets the pitch. Little foul down the first baseline. Pashik will scoop it up. Bring your home to the next level with a new floor, carpet, or upgrade from Marathon Flooring. Marathon Flooring, transforming your home from the ground up. And down on strikes goes Schmidt for the first out. 1 down brings up Alyssa Bargender, the designated player. Young ladies are on defense wearing pullovers. Outfielders are not. Infielders are. Off speed, nice pitch from Pajaski. She's hit in the count 0-1. Fouled off. Got a nice crowd watching tonight. Kicked the gremlins out of the machine. Got it working again. Nice pitch. Back-to-back strikeouts. This one looking. Froze Bargender. 2 up, 2 down. Brings up Dakota Knetter, number 11. Dakota, a sophomore for Coach Pankratz. Pajaski. Nice, he's getting that corner. Sun trying to peek out from the clouds here and there. By Wednesday, they say it's going to be in the 60s and sunny. So by the weekend, it can be back in the 40s and rain. Strike 2. 0-2 the count. We're playing on the East Diamond, the quadruplex here. The softball fields face east and west, and the baseball diamonds face north and south. They're all one quad. And down on strikes to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down. Bottom of the second. 2-0 Marathon. You're watching high school softball on Selesky Sports.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauernfeind Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
Joe Anderson back here with Braden Sutter, the maestro of the modulator, bringing you this afternoon's game here from Southwood County Park. A Marywood South affair between the Tigers of Stratford and the Red Raiders of Marathon. 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the second inning. Marathon will bring up Caden Sapinski, the number 9 hitter, and then back to the top of the order with Allison Pajaski and then Maven Schneider. She squares the bunt, fouled off. Got a nice group of people watching. If you want to get some recognition, leave a positive comment on the air and I'll give you a shout out. Always nice to see where people are watching. I think, Braden, when we did that football game here, didn't we have somebody from Mars watching? he was something. He was, I always ask you.
That was wild.
Because I always ask, to say where you're watching from. Here's the pitch, low. Anyway, to finish the little snippet there, that some people say, oh, I'm watching from Rapids, or I'm watching from here or there. Then somebody said, yeah, I'm watching from Andromeda. Oh, okay. Fouled off, going to be out of play. Beautiful facility here in Southwood County Park. All night artificial turf. They refurbished this whole sports complex. They've got a football field and track, all turf baseball and softball diamonds, and a great hockey arena. That's a fly ball to right field. So a leadoff single for Caden Sapinski here in the bottom of the second for Marathon. It'll bring up top of the order Allison Pajaski. She smacked a triple to lead things off in the first inning and scored on a pass ball. Nice pitch from Pankratz. Pankratz gets the sign and the pitch. Right down 8th Street South. 0-2 the count. Again, the sun trying to break through. There's just enough clouds where we'll go from sunlight to shade. Swing and a miss, and down on strikes goes Pajaski. One down here. Brings up Maven Schneider. Maven Schneider, one of the RBI leaders for Marathon. And she struck out looking in the first inning. One down, one on. Little foul against the screen. Yeah, these two teams were supposed to play in Marathon today, but I know that I got 2 3/4 inches of rain in Loyal overnight, and I've got a swimming pool in my backyard. Runner goes. Calls are safe. So Sapinski now at second base. Count of 0-2 to Schneider. And Pankratz wanted that call, didn't get it. 1-2 the count. Pankratz, the windup and delivery, swing and a miss, strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Pankratz. That brings up Danica Stoss. and Staus with a single and scored the second run for Marathon in the bottom of the first. And she hits a little flare into the screen. Yeah, it's a tad warmer, too, for Braden and I. We did that football game out in the football stadium, and it was a state championship game, and the WIAA didn't let us into the press box. We weren't the only ones. A lot of radio and other video streamers were there. We all had to sit outside, and it was about, 40 degrees, if that.
Before wind chill, maybe.
Yeah. But I'll tell you, it's nice here. I'm in my short sleeve shirt. I'm rather warm.
The heater's on.
Oh, the heaters are on, yes. Gotta like it. Off speed pitch too high for a ball. 3-1 now to Staus.
Oh my God, that was so bad.
Hey, Sharon has chimed in. High fly ball center field. Pankratz makes the catch for the third out. Marathon threatens but does not score. Head to the top of the third. 2-0. Red Raiders. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports.
Here at Brickner Motors, in Little Chicago, we will help you order your brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, or Jeep and get it equipped the way you want it, in the color you've always dreamed of. Whether you choose from our in-stock selection or order factory fresh, quality vehicles at competitive prices are what keep people coming back again and again. Make the drive out to Brickner Motors on Little Chicago's northeast side and let our family take care of your family. You can count on us.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports broadcast of high school softball. Joe Anderson, Braden Sutter bringing you this afternoon's game. Shout out to Sharon. She's watching from Stratford, cheering on the Tigers. If you want to find out what the schedule is for tomorrow, Miss Sharon, go to ZaleskiSports.com, and it'll show the active games for the day on their schedule. And with spring sports, you never know what you're going to get. I mean, this game was scheduled for Marathon, then it was postponed, then it was back on, then they moved it down here. I was supposed to work a doubleheader in Loyal for baseball. Well, that got postponed. Then luckily got assigned to do this one. And tomorrow I'm supposed to do softball in Owen Withy, a doubleheader, but we'll see how that works out. So we're at the mercy of the weather.
We're supposed to do the baseball game tomorrow.
And baseball here, Braden is working baseball here tomorrow. This is leadoff hitter Michaela Stieber. Oh, he's going to do Marathon at Stratford baseball tomorrow.
I'm not, no. It's just on the schedule.
It's on the schedule? Okay.
It doesn't say softball, though.
Okay. When in doubt, go to ZaleskiSports.com and check out, see what's on the schedule. But it's subject to change.
Yep.
You just never know.
It was like my game today.
Yeah. Stieber now 0-2. I'll tell you. That young lady for Marathon, she can really throw the ball. Allison Pajaski.
She paints the corners, too.
Braden pointed out that she can paint corners, and that's what you got to do. Don't always have to throw super hard. If you got good control, you're going to be successful. Did she go? I was going to ask. Base umpire says no. 2-2 the count. Pajaski, off speed, little floater. Schneider can't get it in time. I think even if Pashik had caught it, she would have beat it. So Stieber with a single. And again, I'm not the official scorer. That brings up the number 9 hitter, Gracie Crummel, the left fielder. Her first at bat here in this matchup. Top of the third. The pitch. Fouled right back against the screen. I know there's more than Sharon watching. Leave a positive comment on the YouTube page. Give you a little bit of recognition. Sharon watching from Stratford. 0-1 the count. Foul down the left field line. It's going to be 0-2 to Crummel. Yes, the broadcast schedule is at ZaleskiSports.com. Check early, check often. As anything in the spring is you never know. Little flare. They're not pretty, but they count. Little flares. And Stratford has a runner in scoring position here with nobody out. And the top of the order comes up, and Carly Pankratz popped up to Schneider at short in her first at bat. Nobody out here in the top of the third. The pitch. High fly ball center field. Hilke makes the catch. One pitch, one out. Pajaski threw 2 pitches and got 2 outs. One to short and one to left. Laney Pankratz 0 for 1. Bats from the left side. The pitch. Fouled off. Danica Staus doing quite well behind the dish. As an umpire, that's what you want. You want a good catcher who will block and stop anything and everything. Pajaski gets the sign and the pitch. Fouled off. That was always the first thing I always said to a catcher for both teams. Your number one job is to make sure that no ball hits me. And the reason why you say that is that way, as the umpire, you can stay in there long enough to, you don't want to pull your head too soon because you might get a curveball or off speed that breaks at the last minute. Fly ball left field, it may drop, and it's going to drop. Scoots by Martin and left. They're going to send Stieber, and Stieber is in. Now we got a rundown. So an RBI single for Laney Pankratz brings in the first run of the game as Stieber scores from second base. Runner still at first and second with 1 out. Infield fly rule in effect. And this is Emma Roper. Ground ball. Script check at third gets the force. For the second out. So Roper reaches on a fielder's choice. Pankratz advances to second. This is Tria Tubbs. The pitch. Outside for a ball. Coach Fredrickson yells out the numbers for the pitcher for what pitch they want. High fly ball center field. Hilke makes the catch to end the inning. Stratford scores one here in the top of the third, 2-1 Marathon. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports.
Looking for a new or different career path right here in Marathon? Look no further than AH Machine on Maratech Avenue in the Marathon Business District. Hiring for fabrication and more, this local company offers competitive pay and plenty of flexibility. AH Machine is locally owned and operated and is a proud supporter of the city of Marathon. Good luck to the Marathon High School athletes this season from AH Machine on Maratech Avenue in Marathon.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports broadcast of high school softball. 2-1 in favor of Marathon as we head to the bottom of the third. It'll be Danica Pashek, Ripley Skripchek, and Reagan Martin. And I did my homework today. I got pronunciations. I should be 90% right. Pankrats in their third inning of work. Behind in the count now, 2-0 to Pashek. Little ground ball, Creening. Got the out. Ooh, a close play. Good throw from Creening. Got the put out at first. One down brings up Ripley Skripchek, the third baseman. Ripley with a single in the first inning. And behind in the count 0-2 now. Lainey Pankrats has moments where she's just unhittable, and then she will get one away. And drop third strike. And got her out in time. Oof. Bojaski. Or pardon me, Skripchek. For the second out on that drop third strike. And thrown out 2-3. And Elaine, hey, Elaine's watching. Hi, Elaine. Thanks for chiming in. Sharon's cheering for Stratford. Elaine is cheering for Marathon. She's watching from Medford. And Jeremy is watching. He says he can't say where he's watching, but he's rooting for both teams. Witness protection program for Jeremy Lewis. Oh, he said his name. Sorry, sir.
Oops. There's multiple. It's fine.
Yeah. Swing and a miss. 2-2 the count. Base is empty. And Reagan Martin, who was hit by a pitch in the first, trying to get on base for the second straight time. Yeah, I know where you're coming from, Jeremy. I'll tell you about that in a second here. 2-2 the count. Ooh, low, full count. I was a diehard Brewers fan in the American League and the Dodgers fan in the National League. And then they put the Brewers in the National League. And it's hard to deal with. And she draws the walk. Martin, good bat skills. Jeremy says, go Wildcats. 1 on, 2 outs. Peyton Brickner. RBI walk in the first. She is the DP today. Count even at a ball and a strike. Pankrats has her moments where she looks just superb, and then she has some struggles with outside or in the dirt. And that was a nice pitch. Good framing job by Roper behind the dish. Sets up outside. High fly ball center field. It's going to drop in front of Carly Pankrats. In her defense, the wind is blowing kind of kittywampus. It's sort of left to right, but blowing in. It's just weird. So anything hit to the outfield is going to be an adventure. There's 2 outs, 2 on, and Brindley Stencil, the batter, strikeout victim in the first.
It's kind of swirling.
Yeah, it is swirling out. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
But then there's a couple that have been hit the dead center that look like they were going out.
Yep.
And then they just looked like they were coming back at us.
Yep. And down on strikes goes Stencil for the second time. Marathon threatens but does not score. We head to the fourth, 2-1. Marathon over Stratford. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports.
Hi, I'm Josh Barks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
We are back here at Southwood County Park, and it's a barn burner game here, moving right along, 2-1. Top of the fourth. Gracie Schmidt will lead things off for Stratford. It'll be Schmidt, Bargender, and Knetter. 5, 6, 7 hitters in the lineup for the Tigers. Allison Pajaski on in the circle for Marathon. Ground ball is going to skirt through for a base hit. So Schmidt on at first. Pajaski has yet to walk a batter. Given up 4 hits and struck out 3. That'll bring up Alyssa Bargender, the DP. So shout-outs, by the way, to Sharon, Elaine, and Jeremy. They're chimed in on the YouTube page. You want to get a little recognition, leave a positive comment on the YouTube page, and I'll give you some recognition. It's nice to see where people are watching from, who's rooting for who. Squares to bunt. Good bunt. Could be trouble. And they call her out. One down, but that'll advance Schmidt to second base. This is Dakota Knetter, who struck out looking in the second inning. Michaela Stieber on deck.
That's such a good bump, especially on the turf.
Yeah. Braden complimented the bunter. That was a good bunt. And when you bunt on turf, it's a whole lot different than dirt. I mean, it's just... You ever walked on turf, you feel the difference.
Spongy.
Yep. 0-1 the count to Knetter. Make that 0-2. Dakota playing second base today for Stratford. The windup and the pitch. Fouled back. Oh, 0-2 the count with 1 away, 1 on to Knetter. The pitch. Make that 1-2. 3 strikeouts so far for Pajaski. Knetter, one of them. The pitch. Make that twice down on strikes goes Knetter. Game with the cheese. Michaela Stieber. With 2 out and 1 on in scoring position, Stieber with had a single and scored the only run for Stratford in the third. She hits a little nubber. Sapinski over to Pashek, and that'll end the inning. No runs on 1 hit, no 1 left. We head to the bottom of the fourth, 2-1 Marathon. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports.
Access Insurance is your complete independent insurance agency for auto, home, business, and life insurance serving Wisconsin and Minnesota. Insurance can often be confusing and frustrating. But with Access Insurance, you get experienced advisors that pair you with exactly the coverage you need at the most competitive prices for every stage of life. Located in Weston and a proud supporter of area high school athletics, their business truly does revolve around you. Learn more at accessinsurance.net or by calling 715-355-8400.
We're back here at for Zaleski Sports at Southwood County Park. And leading out. And then she's out. Before I get a word out of my mouth, Kaden Sapinski with a good bunt, but it topped on her head. So one down, one out, top of the order. And Allison Pajaski, who was 1 for 2, led off the game with a triple and scored a run in the first, struck out in the second. Good pitch off speed for Pankrats. So Jeremy and Elaine and Sharon are watching, looking for other people to chime in. Got a nice crew watching on the network. Thanks for tuning in. We do appreciate your viewership. Thanks to our sponsors as well. Down on strikes for the second out. 2 up, 2 down. This brings up Maven Schneider, who's 0 for 2, struck out swinging, struck out looking. Since the first inning, Laney Pankrats has really settled down. Had a couple of pitches in the dirt, or in the turf. I can't say dirt because there's no dirt. It's all turf. Just as I say that, she throws a 42-foot fastball inside. It used to be 40 feet away, another 3 feet closer with that pitcher's plate. They moved it back to 43 several years ago. That's a strike. And if you've ever been a pitcher, whether it's softball or baseball, someone hits it right on the button right at you, you've got to really react. Swing and a miss for strike 2. 2-2 the count to Schneider.
It's wild watching the MLB and with how hard they hit the ball.
Yeah. Pitch low and inside for a ball. Yeah, Braden was saying that when you watch MLB, when they hit the ball and you get those comebackers. Oof. 3-2. Ground ball. Knetter scoops it up. Got the out to Tubbs. 3 up, 3 down. Head to the bottom of the fourth. 2-1 Marathon. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports.
Marathon's favorite bowling alley and family fun center is Marathon Sports Center on Highway 107 in Marathon. Birthday parties, nights out with the family, night leagues, dinner with the family, and so much more is all under one roof at Marathon Sports Center. Open for lunch and dinner on Wednesday through Sunday with a menu that includes burgers, pizza, nachos, Friday fish fry, and so much more. You'll love the fun, energetic atmosphere with plenty of TVs to watch the big game and plenty of space for your next celebration or event at Marathon Sports Center on Highway 107 in Marathon.
Back here at Southwood County Park, Zaleski Sports bringing you Merriwood South softball. We are in the top of the fifth. Two to one, and it'll bring up Gracie Crummel. Sorry about that, Gracie. She's 1 for 1. Had a single in the third. It'll be 9-1-2 for Stratford. Pajaski a little short on that pitch. It's been 2-1 since the third inning. Marathon with 2 quick ones in the first, and that's it. Pankratz has really settled down and really thrown some BBs tonight. High fly ball to right field. Stencil makes the catch for the first out. And a shout out to that right fielder, Brinley Stencil. If you young kids are watching, see where she had both hands catching the ball. Top of the order now brings up Carly Pankratz. 2 flyouts, one to short and one to center. And a little flare. And Schneider has her number. Good catch by the shortstop, Maven Schneider. 2 of the 3 putouts belong to Schneider against Pankratz. 2 down brings up Lainey Pankratz. 1 for 2. An RBI single in the third. And she slaps a base hit to left. So Pankratz on with 2 outs brings up Emma Roper, the catcher. A single and a fielder's choice. Emma doing a good job behind the dish tonight for Stratford. Shout out also to Danica Staus. She's doing quite well catching. Low for a ball. She'll step back in. The pitch. Outside for a ball. Snap throw back to first. Pankratz back in time. Poshik with a quick snag and a tag. Didn't get her in time. 2-0 the count. Pojaski. The good pitch but fouled off. Staus will take the mask off, re-put on her shades, and put the helmet back on. I don't think you can wear the single mask in the little cup anymore on the top of your head. I don't think they let you do that anymore. Runner goes. Throw way off the mark. Good snag for Sopinski to catch it. But a stolen base for Lainey Pankratz with 2 outs. And the count of 3-1 on Emma Roper.
I did a game. Somebody had that helmet go.
Fly ball to right. Stencil. Another 2-handed catch to end the threat. We head to the bottom of the 5th, 2-1 Marathon. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then, they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no-obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports broadcast of high school softball. Braden Sutter, the master of the modulator to my right. Joe Anderson here bringing you play-by-play. Thanks for tuning in this afternoon. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. A 2-1 game so far. 2 runs for Marathon to start out. In the bottom of the 1st, Stratford scratched one over in the 3rd. And here we sit as we are in the bottom of the 5th. It'll be Staus, Poshik, and Skripchek. 3, 4, 5 hitters. 1 out, 1 pitch. Poshik 0 for 2. Ground out the first and grounded out the third. Maddie Craning manning the hot corner for Stratford. Poshik, the first baseman. Count now at 2-0. Now 3-0. We were just making the comment that you got two good pitchers that work fast and throw strikes. Here's the pitch. And a 4-pitch walk to Poshik. Only the third walk given up. Ripley Skripchek, 1 for 2. Snap throw back to first. Back in time. Count even at 1-1 to Skripchek. Reagan Martin on deck with 1 away, 1 on. Foul back, strike 2. They have the coolest lights here, but I don't think they... Yes, they do. They have lights here. You just don't see them in the outfield. They're along the foul lines. They're kind of groovy-looking lights. They're flat. 1-2 count. Down on strikes goes Skripchek for the second time. 2 down with Poshik at first. Now Martin the batter. Hit by a pitch, drew a walk. Left-handed hitter. Where's number 10? That pitch outside for a ball. Pankratz, the senior, works quick. Steps on that plate. And here she goes. She doesn't waste much time. Strike call. 2 longtime foes in the Marywood South. Low for ball 2. Undefeated Stratford and 1-1 Marathon. There's a tie for second. 1, 2, 3, 4. Little flare to left. A 2-out single for Reagan Martin. So Poshik at second, Martin at first, and Peyton Brickner with a walk and a single on the afternoon. Had an RBI walk in the first. The pitch. Outside for a ball. Two outs, 1-0 count to Brickner. Make that 1-1. Roper does a darn good job behind the dish. Makes sure that that's pulled back in the strike zone. That one's right down 8th Street South. 1-2 now the count. Peyton Brickner steps in the pitch. Little flare out of play. Stratford and Marathon each with black pants. Stratford with the black jerseys. Marathon with the red tops. Foul out of play again. Nearly hit a parent. Dad's chuckling. Mom was going, oofta.
She's like,
yeah.
And then that landed right at her.
The pitch. Off speed. Got her. Again, Marathon threatens, doesn't score. We head to the 6th, 2-1, Red Raiders. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports.
ZaleskiSports.com has leveled up. Go to ZaleskiSports.com and choose your favorite schools for easy navigation. From the homepage, choose your school to see team records, upcoming schedules, and past results. Use the video icon to launch the next broadcast. Use the arrow icon to watch any previous broadcast. See the full weekly schedule too. Level up at ZaleskiSports.com.
people struggle with pain and injuries. At Mark's Chiropractic of Marathon, our goal is to get you back to doing the things you love. Whether you're looking for an adjustment, muscle work, laser therapy, or dry needling, we have you covered. Learn more by reaching out to Mark's Chiropractic on Main Street in Marathon, or check out our website at marathonchiropractor.com.
We're back here at Southwood County Park. Top of the 6th. We're in a pitcher's duel, 2-1. Between longtime foes Marathon and Stratford. Joe Anderson, Braden Sutter bringing you this afternoon's game. Allison Bajaski in the circle for the Red Raiders. Struck out 4, yet to walk a batter. And only gave up a run in the 3rd. Facing Tria Tubbs, Gracie Schmidt, and Alyssa Bargender, the 4, 5, 6 hitters in the lineup for Stratford. The pitch. Called a strike. Kind of nice. I'm looking at my scorebook here. I still do the paper scorebook. The last couple games I've had to elongate the innings because we've had 12 or 15 kids bat. It's kind of nice to have a pitcher's duel. Good defense. And the kids are hitting the ball. The defense is knocking it down and making the catches and getting the putouts. 1-2 the count to Tubbs. Pajaski, the pitch, outside for a ball. 2-2. Always fun to work with Braden Sutter. You never know what's going to happen with us two. He's a good lad. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, full now. In the turf.
Same thing.
All those little black pellets. Full count. Fly ball right field. And it's going to drop. There goes Tubbs digging for 2, and she'll get a stand-up double to lead off the top of the 6th. So Tria Tubbs gets a pitch she likes and drives it to right center field. Stenzel knocked it down and got it in. It'll bring up Gracie Schmidt, 1 for 2, a strikeout victim in the 2nd and a single in the 4th. The pitch, ground ball, scooped up by Skripchak to get the out. But that will put Tubbs at 3rd, 60 feet away from tying this game. The DP, Alyssa Bargender, 0 for 2. Struck out and grounded out. And we're going to have a conference here. Coach Fredrickson brings in his Red Raiders. Have we got time to shoot to a commercial quick? Let's do that. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports.
You should apply for an open opportunity at Marathon Cheese.
It's where you want to start your career. We have a lot of long-term commitment employees. They work with you and it's great pay, great benefits.
I choose to stay at Marathon Cheese because there's always an opportunity.
Marathon Cheese has worked really great for me and my family.
They donate money to different charities and different things that bring the community up.
There's an opportunity to grow in this company.
Working here at Marathon Cheese has given me a great work-life balance.
I wouldn't work anywhere else. I love working at Marathon Cheese.
Back to live action here at Southwood County Park in Wisconsin Rapids. Defensive conference over for Marathon. Alyssa Bargender, the batter. Tying run 60 feet away for Stratford. Here's the pitch from Pajaski. Ground ball. Sopinski will get the out. They'll throw home, but we're tied at 2. Good defensive play. Sapinski had to wait, looked her back, but Tubbs held off and then came in. Gave up the run they got the out to give up the run. So that'll bring up Dakota Knetter. 0 for 2 and grounds out. That was quick. Well, we got a tied score as Tria Tubbs comes in. Head to the bottom of the 6th, tied at 2. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports.
If you're looking for a local builder you can trust for your next home project, you found them in Underwood Construction. With decades of experience in building homes, replacing siding, decks, garages, and roofs, there is no home project they can't help with. Underwood Construction is a fully insured builder covering all of central Wisconsin. No matter your next project, if you need someone you can trust to do it right at a great price, call Underwood Construction at 715-573-5754.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports. High school softball here. Bottom of the 6th, tied at 2 between Marathon and Stratford. It'll be Brinley Stencil, Kaden Sapinski, and Allison Pojaski. And a leadoff single for Stencil here in the bottom of the 6th. Stencil, the number 8 hitter. That brings up Kaden Sapinski. 1 for 2, hit a single in the 2nd, and then a good bunt in the 4th, but the ball bounced up and hit her in the helmet before a defender touched it, so that's an automatic out, dead ball. Touch a live ball if you're the batter runner, you are out. She scores the bunt, another good bunt. Craning over to first and beats it out. So Sapinski and everybody keeps running. And Stencil ends up at third. Sapinski beats out the bunt. And in the proceeding events, Stencil ends up at third. Now you got runners at the corners with nobody out. In the top of the order, in Allison Pojaski, they're going to let the runner, and that throw bad down the third baseline, and the go-ahead run comes in. And Stencil and defensive shortcomings here in the bottom of the 6th for Stratford. And now Sapinski at third. Fouled back for Allison Pojaski. Pojaski led off the game with a triple, scored the first run, and has struck out twice since then. So defensive miscues for Stratford here have cost them a run in the 6th. And they're Marathon looking to score another. Again, shout-outs to Sharon and Elaine and Jeremy for chiming in. Ground ball foul down the third baseline. Make sure you get your chance to get some recognition here and tell us where you're watching from. 2-2 the count. Pojaski hits it foul out of play. Kaden Sapinski at third. Brinley Stencil has come in to score the go-ahead run for Marathon. Fly ball. It's going to drop. No, it's not. Good defense by Knetter at second. Again, that wind is really swirly, and you never know what's going to happen. So 1 out here for Maven Schneider. 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Pitch high for ball 1. Yeah, in softball, you got to really stay awake. You can't really complain about anything if it's a close call. You got to keep your head in the game. Because before you know it, you got a runner at first and they end up at third or at home. 2-0 the count. Make that 2-1. Sapinski at third with 1 out. And 1 run in for Marathon. The pitch. High for a ball. 3-1 the count. And a walk. A 1-out walk. And then she's going to take second. Which you can do. I learned that the hard way when I umped my first varsity softball game. When you walk, you don't have to just stop at first. You can, if you can round and go. Danica Stoss, the batter. Danica in the afternoon, a single, run scored, flew out the center and grounded out. 2 on, 1 out. Make that 1-1. Sun breaking through the clouds again. You can see the fielders shading their eyes, the shortstop. Little flare to center field. Pankratz makes the catch. Not enough to score the run. That'll be 2 outs now. Danica Pashek. 0 for 2. Ground out, walk. High pop-up. Playable. Tubbs makes the catch for out number 3. We head to the top of the 7th. 1 came in for Marathon here in the bottom of the 6th. They lead 3-2. You're watching high school softball in Zaleski Sports.
From carpeting options to vinyl plank, Marathon Flooring is a family-owned business focused on local service and values. They specialize in both home and commercial flooring, treating every project as its own unique style. Transform your home from the ground up with Marathon Flooring.
Come see handcrafted gifts at the Copper Mug in Marathon. Find seasonal themed decorations, clothing, and gift options in our new lower level boutique. When you shop the Copper Mug, your business supports local artists, crafters, and families in our community.
Marathon with a chance to pick up the win and tie Stratford for first place in the Marywood South. They lead 3-2 as we head to the top of the 7th. 8-9 one-hitters for Stratford. It'll be Stieber, Crummel, and Pankratz. That's Carly Pankratz. Pitcher's duel here between Pajaski and Pankratz. Michaela Stieber to lead things off for Stratford. Pajaski in the afternoon has walked nobody and struck out 4. Giving up 7 hits so far. Little flare to right field. Drops fair for a base hit. So Stieber leads off the top of the 7th with a single to right. We'll bring up Gracie Crummel. Gracie in the afternoon, a single and a fly out to right. She lays down a good bunt. Pajaski over to first. They get the out. Tying run now at second base in the top of the order coming up. Carly Pankratz the batter. She hits a ground ball to the shortstop. Schneider scoops it up. High throw over the head. They're going to send the runner home. And they're going to say the ball was out of play. Ball, or are they going to say it scored? And the umpires are going to discuss this in a minute. Now, we could be tied, or we could have runners at first, second, and third. Pankratz will reach on an error. And they're going to let that run count. So we're tied at 3. And Carly Pankratz at second base. High throw from Maven Schneider. Ground ball to second. Sapinski or the Poshik for the out. Two down brings up Emma Roper. And Emma on the afternoon. Single, fielder's choice, fly out. Runner at third. Go ahead for Stratford. Ground ball to short. Schneider scoops it and gets the put out. Big run comes in the top of the 7th for Stratford as they tie it at 3. We head to the bottom of the 7th. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
Back here at Southwood County Park, we head to the bottom of the 7th, tied at 3. Marathon with the chance to win it here in the bottom of the 7th. Leading off will be Ripley Skripchuk. Ripley, the third baseman, and batting 5th today. Ground ball the third. Craning. Nice throw over to Tubbs for the first out. 1 pitch, 1 out. Reagan Martin, hit by pitch, walked, and a single in the 5th. Base is empty, 1 out, and Martin batting from the left side. The pitch. Little flare. Craning. Back-to-back putouts. We might be going to extras here, kids. Peyton Brickner, 1 for 2 with an RBI in the afternoon. Fly ball to right field. It's going to drop for a base hit. So winning run at first base for Marathon. That brings up Brindley Stencil, 1 for 3 with a run scored. Fly ball, center field, Pankratz. We're going extras, kids. Tied at 3, we head to the 8th inning. Tied at 3, you're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports.
Here at Brickner Motors, in Little Chicago, we will help you order your brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, or Jeep and get it equipped the way you want it, in the color you've always dreamed of. Whether you choose from our in-stock selection or order factory fresh, quality vehicles at competitive prices are what keep people coming back again and again. Make the drive out to Brickner Motors on Little Chicago's northeast side and let our family take care of your family. You can count on us.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports broadcast of high school softball. We're going extras, ladies and gentlemen, in the top of the 8th, tied at 3. And leading off for Stratford will be Tria Tubbs, the number 4 hitter, then Gracie Schmidt, then Alyssa Bargender. Tubbs 1 for 3 with a run scored here in this matchup. Tubbs takes high for a ball. Free softball here on the network. Foul back. Count even at 1-1. Tria Tubbs with a big run in the 6th to tie the game at 2. Fouls that one off. Both Pojaski and Pankratz throwing very well today in the circle for their respective teams. Pojaski gets the signal, gets the sign, the pitch. Tubbs fouls that one off. The windup and the pitch. Another foul off, making Pojaski work. The one advantage of softball is that it's a natural way to throw the ball underhanded. That's why you see so many baseball pitchers with arm problems. That's not really a natural way to throw the pitch. Ground ball right back to Pojaski for the out. One up, one down. Brings up Gracie Schmidt, 1 for 3 in the afternoon. Strikeout, a ground out, and a single in the 4th. Swing and a miss for strike 1. I might have to get creative with my scorebook here. I only got 9 innings. The way these kids are throwing the ball, I mean, they're doing well. Here's the pitch. Base hit, center field. Alyssa Bargender hitless on the afternoon. Does have an RBI in the 6th. 0 for 3. Pitch away for ball 1. Sophomore Allison Pojaski for Marathon. No limit on pitches or innings for pitchers in softball. Swing and a miss, count even at 1. Marathon looking to stay the hold serve here and try to push one over in the bottom of the 8th. Stratford trying to get the go-ahead run here. Little flare. Sapinski with the catch. 2 down. Dakota Knetter, 0 for 3 on the afternoon. Runner at first, 2 outs, tie game, extra innings. Pajaski, the windup and the pitch. High for a ball. Quick as a cat, Danica Staus behind the dish. Got a nice crowd tuned in. Thanks for watching this afternoon. The pitch. Ground ball. Sapinski over to Pashik, and that'll do it for the 8th inning. We head to the bottom of the 8th, tied at 3. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports.
Looking for a new or different career path right here in Marathon? Look no further than AH Machine on Maratech Avenue in the Marathon Business District. Hiring for fabrication and more, this local company offers competitive pay and plenty of flexibility. AH Machine is locally owned and operated and is a proud supporter of the city of Marathon. Good luck to the Marathon High School athletes this season from AH Machine on Maratech Avenue in Marathon.
What's the matter? Oh, we're back. Bottom of the 8th. Tied at 3. Pajaski in 8 innings, 9 hits, no walks, 4 strikeouts, and 3 runs given up. And we look at Lainey Pankratz. And a bunt goes foul to leadoff hitter Caden Sapinski. It's going to be 9-1-2 for Marathon. Foul that one back in the glove for strike 2. Close pitch, didn't get it. Pitch outside, count even now at 2. Pankratz has only walked 4 batters so far. And Caden Sapinski, a single, a ground out, and a single. And she's down on strikes. Top of the order comes up. And Allison Pajaski, she is 1 for 4 with a run scored. After that leadoff triple, 2 strikeouts and a pop-up. Swing and a miss for strike 2. The pitch popped up, and it's going to go on in the stands right in front of us. It's a nice thing. I was going to say the nice thing when we play softball in Greenwood, I'm always worried about the Zaleski mobile getting the foul ball right in the roof. There's the pitch. Didn't get it. You could see Lainey Pankratz kind of went, oh, okay. Roper did a nice job of trying to frame it, bring it up, but tip of the cap to Blue. Here's the pitch. Inside. 2-2. 2 down, bases empty, tied at 3 here in the bottom of the 8th. Foul down the left field line.
I feel like that could have been 3 if it was fair.
Yeah, that would have been a triple. Yeah, you're right. Braden said it could have been a triple if it was fair, and he's correct. The pitch. Foul back against the screen. Pajaski working the count. It's now 2-2. The pitch. Oh, that was close. I umpire really well up here in the press box. It looked close from here, but you got to be there to see it. Full count. 1 out. Here's the pitch. Ground ball. Knocked down, but not in time. It's going to be an infield single for Allison Pajaski with 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th.
First 2 pitches of the at-bat.
Yeah, you're going to probably see a steal here as Maven Schneider 0 for 3 on the afternoon. She'll square to bunt, pulls it back. Pajaski will trot back to first. Little flare in the infield. Good catch for Gracie Schmidt. 2 down. Runner at first, the winning run at first, and Danica Staus on the afternoon, 1 for 4. He had a single on the first and flown out and grounded out in 3 later at-bats. Extra innings here, tied at 3, 2 outs, 1 on. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Outside for a ball. Roper's got to be very careful that she does not have a ball squirt past her. Pajaski will scoot along the second. Fly ball. Nice catch from Carly Pankratz in center. We head to the 9th. Tied at 3. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
Extra inning softball here in Southwood County Park in a pitcher's duel between Allison Pajarski and Lainey Pankratz. We head to the top of the 9th, tied at 3. Going to get my book tallied up here quick. Been quite a contest. Marathon started out with a 2-0 lead in the first, and kept it for a while, and 2-1, and then 2-2, and then 3-2, and then 3-3. That's where we stay. Swing and a miss. This is Michaela Stieber. Michaela 2 for 3 in the afternoon with 2 runs scored. And she pops one up high in foul territory. Pashek makes the catch. That'll bring up Gracie Crummel. Gracie in the afternoon. Gracie in the afternoon, a single, a fly out, and a ground out. Hits a little flare. It's going to drop. Caden Sapinski can't get a hold of it. Hit him where they ain't, they say. So a 1-out single for Gracie Crummel. And the go-ahead run at first base. That'll bring up Carly Pankratz. Pop up, fly out. Reached on an error. 0 for 4 in the afternoon. Snap throw back to first. Ball skips out of the glove of Pashik, but not far enough for Krummel to advance. Sun's starting to set now. The clouds have really broken up. You can see the sun is now just on the outfield wall. 1-0 count. Pankratz squares to bunt. She went. Didn't make contact, but that will put Krummel in scoring position at second base. The go-ahead run. The pitch. Fouled out of play. Tip of the cap to these pitchers. They have pitched marvelous today. Some really good defensive plays, some really good hitting. Tied at 3 here in the 9th. And popped up. And goes foul. Carly Pankratz will readjust her batting gloves. Take a couple of swings. Allison Pajaski back in the circle, foot on the rubber. The motion and the pitch. Outside for a ball. Count even at 2. 1 out. Go ahead run at second base for Stratford. Wind seems to have died down as the sun sets. Here's the pitch. Popped up. Schneider calls for it, gets the out. For out number 2. Lainey Pankratz, 2 for 4 in the afternoon. Go ahead run at second, but 2 out now. Takes ball 1. Exciting game to call play-by-play for. I mean, that's moved along and ground ball to short. Schneider scoops it and gets the put out to end the inning. Tied at 3, bottom of the 9th. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports.
Access Insurance is your complete independent insurance agency for auto, home, business, and life insurance serving Wisconsin and Minnesota. Insurance can often be confusing and frustrating, but with Access Insurance you get experienced advisors that pair you with exactly the coverage you need at the most competitive prices for every stage of life. Located in Weston and a proud supporter of area high school athletics, their business truly does revolve around you. Learn more at accessinsurance.net or by calling 715-355-8400.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports broadcast of high school softball. Joe Anderson here with Braden Sutter. Extra inning affair between these two longtime rivals in the Marywood South. Danica Pashik, Ripley Skripchak, and Reagan Martin to lead off here in the bottom of the 9th for Marathon. And Pankratz starts her out with ball 1. Extra inning softball here on Zaleski Sports. Ground ball. Scooped up by Craning over the first in time. That brings up Ripley Skripchak, who was 1 for 4 in the afternoon. That pitch low for ball 2. Both pitchers throw strikes consistently and work fast. Here's the pitch. Ball 3. Not too many walks for Laney Pankratz today. It's called a strike. 4 walks in the afternoon for Pankratz. Strike called inside. Full count now, 3-2. Base is empty, 1 out. Skripchak hits a little floater and a good catch for Gracie Schmidt for out number 2. That brings up Reagan Martin. Reagan hit by a pitch, walk, single, ground out. Base is empty, 2 outs. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Pretty soon the lights are going to start taking effect here. And down on strikes, we go to the 10th, tied at 3. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports.
Marathon's favorite bowling alley and family fun center is Marathon Sports Center on Highway 107 in Marathon. Birthday parties, nights out with the family, night leagues, dinner with the family, and so much more is all under one roof at Marathon Sports Center. Open for lunch and dinner on Wednesday through Sunday with a menu that includes burgers, pizza, nachos, Friday fish fry, and so much more. You'll love the fun, energetic atmosphere with plenty of TVs to watch the big game and plenty of space for your next celebration or event at Marathon Sports Center on Highway 107 in Marathon.
Back to the 10th inning. Welcome back, friends. Tied at 3. It'll be Roper, Tubbs, and Schmidt in the top of the 10th for Stratford. You wanted extra inning softball. You got your wish. On a chilly night here in central Wisconsin. The pitch. Call the ball. Allison Pajaski, the pitcher for Marathon, in her 10th inning of work. Call the strike. Emma Roper in the afternoon, a single, a fielder's choice, a fly out, and a ground out. The pitch. In the turf for a ball. 2-1 the count. Pajaski gets the sign. The windup and the pitch. Outside for a ball. 3-1. And both of these teams looking for base runners here. I think if you see Roper get on, you may see a pinch runner or a courtesy runner. Fly ball left field. Foul. Just got ahead of it. That would have been extra bases for sure. A little over 2 hours this game has gone on. Started about 5:35. We're in inning number 10. Little flare, going to go to right field and foul. If we end up tied in the 10th, I got to do some creative artwork with my scorebook, because I'm going to run out of innings or places to make an inning fit. Foul back. Count remains full, 3-2 to leadoff hitter Emma Roper. 1 for 4 in the afternoon. Single way back in the first inning. Ground ball. Schneider can't play it. And we have a base runner for Stratford. And a courtesy runner. It's going to be number 6. That's going to be Miss Spindler. Reese Spindler now at first base. This is Tria Tubbs, 1 for 4 in the afternoon. And the first baseman gets behind in the count 0-1. She fouls that one off. Light's starting to kind of take effect now. You can kind of see the adjustment on your TV screen. Pitcher's duel. Go ahead run at first base for Stratford. Fouled off, strike 2. Tria Tubbs, a ground out, a fly out, a double and a run scored in the 6th, and a ground out in the 8th. Ground ball, snagged by Pajaski. She'll get the out, but the runner will advance. Let there be light. So Tubbs with the ground out, but Spindler advances to second. Go ahead run in scoring position. Brings up Gracie Schmidt, 2 for 4 in the afternoon. And we're going to have a defensive conference here. We'll keep it here. Have to stick around for the Merrill Steel postgame show whenever it occurs. We are in the 10th inning. And it'll bring up Gracie Schmidt. Gracie Schmidt on the afternoon, a strikeout, a single, a ground out, and a single, so 2 for 4. With the go-ahead run in scoring position for Stratford here in the top of the 10th. And we've really picked up viewership now. Thanks for chiming in and tuning into our broadcast this afternoon. Joe Anderson, Braden Sutter bringing you this action. Gracie Schmidt takes strike 1. Coach Fredrickson had a defensive conference with his team. Pajaski starts out the batter with a strike. And make it strike 2. Schmidt in the hole, 0-2. Reese Spindler at second. And down on strikes goes Schmidt. Alyssa Bargender, the DP, 0 for 4 in the afternoon. And snagged a hard shot, and Maven Schneider makes the catch. We head to the bottom of the 10th, tied at 3. You're watching high school softball on Zaleski Sports.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then, they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the bottom of the 10th inning, tied at 10. And Peyton Brickner will lead things off here for Marathon. Be Brickner, Stencil, and Sapinski due up for Marathon. And Brickner 2 for 3 in the afternoon. Walk, or Stencil, excuse. Oh, we have one out already. Oh, I'll be darned. What happened? That was quick. You guys are going too fast. Sorry about that, friends. Brindley Stencil now the batter. 1 for 4.
Trying to fix the scorebook and missing out.
Yeah, I get kind of wrapped up in my book here, and it's like, oh, snap. Foul back for strike 2. 1 and 2 to Stencil. And down on strikes goes Brindley Stencil for 2 outs. Brings up the number 9 hitter, Caden Sapinski. A single, a ground out, a single, and a strikeout. Excuse me. And she gets ahead in the count 1-0. Count even at a ball and the strike. Sapinski's had some big hits at clutch moments. Takes a strike. 1 and 2. We're going to go to 11 here, kids. I feel it in my bones. Here's the pitch. Ground ball. Craning. Short. She's going to go to second. And Caden Sapinski ends up at second base. Ground ball to Craning, poor throw. Winning run at second base, and Allison Pajaski, that is, the batter. 2 for 5 in the afternoon with a run scored. Two outs, winning run at second. Fly ball, right field is going to drop. And Marathon is going to get the 4-3 win on a 2-out single by Allison Pajaski. Holy cow, what a game. Stay tuned for the Merrill Steel postgame show. Consider moving your career to one of the largest growing fabrication companies in the upper Midwest and apply at merrillsteel.com.
Merrill Steel welcomes you as you join us in a virtual tour. Our main facility in Schofield, Wisconsin covers an area of roughly 46 acres and is home to our company headquarters. From this location, paired with our facilities in Comanche, Iowa and Springfield, Missouri, we are able to easily fulfill the needs of the industry nationwide. With nearly 1 million square feet of combined space between our 3 facilities, we are able to take on some of the biggest and most complex jobs, making us one of the top 5 steel fabricators in the country. We employ the best of the best welders, those who can weld efficiently with both metal core and flux core, and who aren't afraid to work hard. We also offer on-the-job training, so even beginner welders can learn the ropes and help us build it big. As a backup to our dedicated weld fab team, we have a robotic welder. Merrill Steel is the 4th in the U.S. to have gotten one, keeping us on the leading edge of technology. With the combination of both man and machine, no job is too big to handle, but they'd have no work on their hands without our machine operators. Where our fabrication process really begins is here. Our skilled machine ops team is responsible for bringing in the raw steel. Be it sawing, cutting, drilling, or punching, they make sure the steel is in the correct shape and size for our fab teams. As an addition to the machine ops team, we've recently purchased multiple Python X machines. These handy systems have given us increased productivity, unmatched cut quality, and predictable and consistent throughput. Moving away from fabrication, we come to our coating department. One of the unique benefits of working with Merrill Steel is our in-house blasting and painting capabilities. Many projects require a complex coating system, and that's where we shine above the competition. We regularly apply corrosion-resistant coating in-house, as well as intumescent fire protection when needed. We hold the endorsement for sophisticated paint and coating from AISC. This, along with our NACE certified inspectors, ensure a high-quality finish for every piece. The loading and staging process, sandwiched between the end of production and shipping, is an important step in the fabrication process. Within a moment's notice, we are able to handle and place an entire load onto a trailer for quick delivery to a job site. Finally, the last stage in our process is shipping. Our transit company, Merrill Steel Transit Services, is a wholly owned subsidiary of Merrill Steel Incorporated, consisting of more than 20 state-of-the-art trucks designed for transporting oversized and overweight shipments, along with hundreds of trailers ranging from 48-foot flatbeds to heavy-haul Jeep and booster combinations. We employ only the most highly skilled professional drivers, highly experienced mechanics, and knowledgeable office staff who work as a team to provide cost-effective service in a timely manner. Our shipping fleet is a major reason why we are able to be competitive throughout North America, including the contiguous 48 states, Alaska, and Canada. Thank you for taking the time to learn a little bit about us. We look forward to having you join us in building it big.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports, broadcast of high school softball. This is the Merrill Steel postgame show. I am here with two of the top players in this afternoon's game. I have with me Allison Pajaski, the pitcher, and I have with me the second baseman, Caden Sapinski, who scored the winning run here in the bottom of the 10th. Let's first talk to Allison. Allison, pitched well today. What were you throwing?
A lot of pitches. I mean, it kind of depended on the batter, really. So, you know, just seeing what they foul off, what they miss, and throwing that again.
What are your strong pitches?
My strongest is probably my curve and my changeup.
Okay. You kept them off balance quite a bit, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, what did it feel like? 2 outs. I'm going to talk here to Caden quick. What did it feel like with 2 outs and you reached first base? What was going through your mind?
I have confidence in my team. That's basically it. Just confidence.
And you heard, Allison hit that winning run, base hit there. What was going through your mind as soon as you heard contact with 2 outs?
Just kick it. There was nothing to hold back. That's about it.
Well, good job.
Confidence in Allison.
Yeah, she pitched very well. We're going to put you in the house real quick. You know how to do this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get out of the way and you look at the camera.
Okay, you go first.
I'm Allison Pajaski.
And I'm Caden Sapinski.
And we're in the house.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Real quick wrap up here. Allison Pajaski with the game-winning RBI, knocking in Caden Sapinski in a 10-inning thriller here in Southwood County Park as Marathon improves to 2-1 on the season in the conference and ties Stratford at 2-1. Let's look first at the Hitting lineups here for Stratford. Carly Pankratz 0 for 5. 2 for 4 for Lainey Pankratz. 2 for 5 for Emma Roper. 2 for 5 also for Gracie Schmidt. 2 for 4 for Michaela Stieber. And for Gracie Crummel. Leading hitters for Marathon. 2 for 6 for Allison Podjaski, who hit the game-winning RBI here in the bottom of the 10th. And Ripley Skripchek 1 for 5. 2 for 4 for Peyton Brickner. 1 for 4 for Brunley Stencil, and 2 for 5 for Caden Sapinski, who scored the winning run here for Marathon. Pitching line for Stratford, Lainey Pankratz will take the loss. She pitched 10, 9 hits, 4 walks, 11 strikeouts, 4 runs scored on her time in the circle. And the winning pitcher, Allison Podjaski, 10 innings, 11 hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, and 3 runs allowed. A great game here in Southwood County Park between two longtime rivals in the Marywood South, as Marathon bests Stratford 4-3 in 10. For Braden Studinsky, for my excellent producer, Joe Anderson saying thank you for watching. Again, final score, Marathon 4, Stratford 3. Have a great night, everybody.